False evidence appearing real. Fear. Rules, laws, standards, and expectations come from fear. If you don't understand what that means, those things all come from a fear of something happening. All right, now when you combine fear with a lack of respect for time, then you have people creating boundaries within their life or or walls around themselves. All right? Never mind the fact that you may be letting some of the best things in life go. All right? It's usually the reason why people make mistakes in a relationship. It's usually the reason why people um, don't value what they have in their life. It's usually the reason why people um, struggle with decision making. So at the end of the day, y'all, when I utilize the word fear and I break it down like that, the reason that I'm doing this video is because you have you have so many women out here now claiming that they need time to themselves in order to heal or whatever the case may be. And that's cool. Or I want to be by myself and um, being single is great and I'm cool with that and I just need time to myself in order to heal. Ladies and gentlemen, one, if you're not taking accountability for the role that you played in whatever happened, you will never heal yourself. You will only keep getting into the same situations. Okay? Until you admit that you made mistakes, you can't heal. Two, as long as you keep that energy in you, you're going to have that fear in you. All right? So as long as you're unable to forgive people for the shit that they've done, or whatever the case may be, the part that they have played, you will continue to fear moving on into that space that that space that you really really want to be in. Okay, even if that space is by yourself, happy. Okay, even if that's the space that you want to be in, happy by yourself, no relationship, no whatever, just happy. You will keep yourself from moving into that. A lot of people will sit back and I was having a conversation actually at work yesterday and I was listening to two people talk and one person said a man said that you need counseling. No, you need to vent. That's all you do at counseling. You need to actually have a conversation, but you have to have an honest conversation. Meaning, you have to turn around and look at yourself. You have to be able to pinpoint what happened in the relationship as a whole. Pinpoint what happened in the situation as a whole. Therefore, you can have transparency. You can't have transparency with yourself if you're not looking at yourself. If it's always everybody else's fault, and that's going to create that fear. All right. Now, what makes the evidence in your life that has made you react to the things that you have reacted to and the way that you have reacted is the fact that what makes it false is you're not looking at yourself. You're not taking accountability for your own actions. You're not looking at how a person may have reacted to you in order to do the things that they did. So you want to continue to believe that they just did everything for no reason. And now you start putting standards on your life. Person got to have this, they got to be doing this, they got to be doing that, they got to be doing this. And then the main standards that you should have, which is how somebody treats you, all of those things go by the wayside. That things that we don't even talk about no more. Again, false evidence appearing real. Now you're in a space where you're too scared to have something that's real. Now you fear being in something that is actually real. So you'll sit back and now you condition yourself to actually stepping into those same situations over and over again. I need to be ready to be in a relationship. Okay, that's true. You need to be ready to be in a relationship. But if you're not looking at yourself to say, what can I do better? Not for them, but for me. What can I do better? See, the thing about it is, we look at fear as such a bad thing. Do you know what makes a person do right? Sometimes fear is beneficial. When you're such a good person and you're so good to someone that they fear losing you. That's what makes people do right. You have to be good to that person in order for them to feel like it's a loss. A real true loss. If I go do this thing, I stand the chance of losing this person. See, everybody tells you how good of a woman they are, how good of a man they are, whatever the case may be. And then you get into these situations, and then, ladies, I tell y'all this all the time. The stories that you hear from your girlfriends, we hear them all the time. We hear that same story. And it's never them. So y'all hear that, and y'all get to talking about men as a whole. Why don't they do this and why don't they do that? And it all depends on who's telling the story. Because generally, what happens is there's two stories. There's one side, there's another side, and somewhere in the middle is the truth. Again, it's fear. False evidence appearing real. Show.